The first drill I want to talk about is to maintain your root. These are my 3 favorite front leg drills for pitching mechanics to throw harder. What I've seen with over 1,000 pitchers for a decade and a half is consistently, if pitchers don't maintain their root in their back foot all the way through release, they tend to not be able to stabilize that front leg. So what I tell athletes to do is root their toes, so you're just separating them. Root your toes, screw in your back knee, but then the key is, do you maintain that? You can also increase the strength of that anchor and that root by tightening up your core. And once this goes through rotation, and yes, you do lose that anchor and that screw and that root, as long as you maintain that root and that screw and that anchor through here, that tension, what's cool is it automatically transfers right into the front leg. So think in your mind, maintain that strong back leg and foot and knee and core all the way through rotation and into release. This second drill is one I've used for years, and it's probably my favorite front leg drill ever. It is partner flips. My favorite thing about this drill is, number one, it's one of the few drills I've ever created, or it was one of the first drills I ever created, because a lot of us coaches tend to use a lot of drills from other people that we've seen or other coaches over the years. And in 15 years, this was one of my favorite ones that I still use to this day. A lot of other instructors that I've trained still use this today. It's just a great drill. It's called the partner flip. What you're trying to do without telling the pitcher to try and do anything with their back, front leg, or anything else is, after they throw, that a partner is going to flip the ball to them. So as a lefty, my partner is going to be off to the right, and after I throw, I want to be strong and stable on my front legs, so much so that when I go to throw, I'm still sitting and basically balancing on that front leg. It makes more sense when I do it, but your partner, if he wants to be really mean, or she wants to be really mean, he or she can wait for a while till after you throw 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 to see if you maintain stability, and then they can just flip you the ball and you'll catch it. So this is what it would look like. Throw, then they flip it to me, and I catch it. Lastly, number 3, if you don't understand this concept, then you will absolutely miss out on your potential for velocity and for throwing harder and using power. It's triple digit power. The guys that throw really, really hard into the triple digits use this concept and understand it, and it makes all of this make a lot more sense. If you want to throw a baseball really, really hard and you want to increase your velocity, this is the most important concept that I teach all my players. It is the concept of triple digit power. All the guys that throw upper 90s and into the hundies understand this concept either intuitively, unconsciously, or with their mind, or maybe they've been taught this. But the idea is, if I want to take as much power as possible and transfer it into the ball, it starts with gathering and getting that power through the body, through the foot, through the ground, in opposing directions. It's going into the ground, it's coming out of the ground, but I'm setting the power up to start when I lift and start to drop my body. Some guys drop more than others, but I'm going to gather as much as I can in my back leg. Then I'm going to try and take all of that energy in this direction, both in a straight line and while rotating. And then I want to completely stop all of that energy that just came from my back leg, and as fast and as strong as I possibly can goes into my front leg. And then I'm going to redirect that energy back into my body. It doesn't go straight up. It doesn't go straight back. It goes diagonally up into my body. Because my legs are the strongest muscles in my body, they are going to be doing that really, really fast and really, really powerfully. And because my upper body is not as strong, what tends to happen is when that energy transfer happens efficiently and really, really well and really, really strong, and I go to throw and take as much energy in my upper body to try to counteract that, I end up pretty much staying put. I have all this energy going back and then equal amounts of energy going forward, which sets me right about here when I'm done, as opposed to being really far forward. And the guys that really aggressively get the energy transfer back into their body, you'll actually see them propel themselves backwards. You can watch big league pitchers do this. You can watch semi-pro guys. You can watch college guys and elite high school guys and young bucks. When they throw, they actually get propelled backwards. So I actually use the analogy of rocket blasters that are angled at a diagonal. 1, 2, 3, or 10 rocket blasters that when you go to throw, they propel you backwards. So what it looks like is when I lift, I'm gonna try and get as much into my back leg. I'm gonna try and get all of that rotationally and in a straight line into my front leg. That is gonna then be propelled back in through my body and out through my arm as much as I can. And if I want to exaggerate with rocket boosters, let's say I need 4 of them to get enough energy to propel me back, this is what that would look like. Do I want you pitching with rocket boosters like that? No. But eventually, the harder you end up throwing with that concept and idea, a lot of things end up cleaning up. For more pitching mechanics, concepts, and drills, make sure you're following, or I guess subscribing to this page so you can continue to see those on your feed.